She said, I'm not so bad. And then when she left, I took her for all she had. The scum-sucking pirate. Look at me. I'm doing the booty. Look, there's the Milky Way in the background. You see that? You don't see that purple swirly galaxy thingy over there? Marvel. This is what fucking Kevin Feige did to the MCU. WB, what? Fucking WB, I thought they owned DC. Who is that guy flying around? What's this guy? Oh. It's the Silver Surfer. Why isn't he a girl? The new Fantastic Four movie said that Silver Surfer was a girl. They made him a girl. Because he's actually not a girl. That happened in like one comic. It was like a what if comic. It was like a fucking Elseworld story. Oh, you see the dog in the thing? Yo, Ego! Yo! Ego the Living Planet in the bottom left corner. Yo. You know what's funny? Is people watch this channel and they say to me they think I'm a DC guy. Cause I've always put that, we gotta lower this to likes. Put subtitles on. You want music on or off? It's not really copyright. It's not like fucking. It's not like, you know. You don't want it on? But then you're not gonna be able to hear the oh, and all that shit. Do you want music on or what? How about we just do 5? And then we can always change it mid-game if you can't hear myself think, or if you can't hear the game period. Anyways, but people think that like, well, we're not doing new game. We're just loading the game and then we're gonna play the story level. So 100% completion platinumed it, by the way. That was a long time ago we did that. But welcome to Lego Marvel 1. I almost said 2. Why would we start with 2? We haven't even done 1 yet. We did Lego Avengers on the channel. I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe deleting that and redoing that walkthrough. Because in that walkthrough I was getting like mad at you and shit. I was like, I'm gonna smack you. I don't know. Me and you were at each other's throats for that walkthrough, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this one, and we'll do. But that was the thing with Lego Avengers as well, was we didn't do that whole walkthrough co-op. It was like some episodes you were in it and some episodes you weren't. The whole idea for this whole finishing the rest of the Lego games is, the idea is to do every level, do the whole game with you co-op, because that's what I've been wanting to do from the start. So we may have to do Lego Avengers over again. But you can decide whether or not if you want to do that after Lego Marvel 1 or what. I don't know. Fucking see. See how you feel. So, Sand Central Station, let's get this shit started. Alright. Oh, I forgot about these. Fuck me. These suck.
One of New York's most iconic locations, Grand Central Terminal has served as one of the world's busiest transport hubs since it opened in 1930.
We'll see what happens. See how much time we have. If we have enough time, we could do another episode. Or are you saying, are we doing like 2 levels in 1?
Alright. I let these bigwigs go. Once you bring me some
I don't know, we'll see what happens. Yo, Sandman the goat. Why is Abomination here? It's not a Spider-Man villain. Yeah, we have that big fig. He's a knockoff, but he's not he's not actual Lego. But yeah, we have Sandman's minifig too. Have this Iron Man. Literally every set from this game we have. Because this game came out in 2013. We have all the 2012 Avengers sets. Pretty much the first Lego Marvel sets that came out. We have all of them. Hulk! Oh, yo, who's hulking out? Who's playing as Hulk? Because he's basically both of our favorite Marvel character. Well, one of. For me, he's one of my favorites. I wouldn't say he's my.
No, bad guys. The Shield folks think we need to formulate a careful plan attack using.
Where would I put him?
Or we just smash our way.
Well, he's definitely top 3.
Welcome back to New York, gentlemen.
Okay, so if you want my top 5 Marvel characters ranked, it's Punisher is number 5. Then I'd say...
Just as well I charged my batteries this morning. I think it's gonna be a long day.
I'm gonna turn this down a little. It's still kind of loud. I don't.
I remember doing like episode 1.
I'm Hulk, so if you wanna, you know, we could always swap. Cause. So do you wanna wait or do you wanna play as him now? Cause you can always play as him later on in the level. Because another one of my favorite Marvel characters and your favorite Marvel character shows up later in this level. So do you wanna play as him now or later? Because you can play as him now if you want to play as the other G later. Here, I'll fucking drop out. I'll play as Tony Stank. You gonna switch? Switch to him. Alright, then I can... Wait, what? I dropped out, so I'll switch to him. Alright, I'm good. I'm gonna play as... Hey, are you Tony Stank? Excelsior! No, so anyways, top 5 favorite Marvel characters is... Punisher's number 5. Because he's Italian, because he's Frank Castle, because he, you know, he's an anti-hero. But other than that, outside of like, you know, other than Punisher being like a guy who just murks people, he's kind of really, his backstory is kind of really not. I mean, it's really dark as fuck, and it's like depressing as shit. But his whole character is basically like, in the comics, it's like mainly I kill because I can't stop killing. He's basically kind of like Dexter, just the Punisher. What do we do with this here? Oh, forgot how to play.
So that's what that button does.
What are you doing? You're not supposed to break the fourth wall. You're Tony Stark. You're fucking Iron Man, not Deadpool. So yeah, so Punisher's number 5. Wolverine would probably be number 4. Wolverine's really not my favorite superhero because he's kind of... So yeah, Wolverine's number 4 because Wolverine's kind of not deep. Wolverine's kind of just bub, I'm pissed off, let me have a cigar and a beer, I just want to die kind of shit. Because he's like so old that he's like depressed as shit. I mean, these characters are deep as fuck and they're like really like, you know, they're kind of like tragic. Yeah, and then the MCU just makes them laughing stocks. But no, I mean like Wolverine's whole thing is kind of just bub, I'm pissed off, just let me have a cigar, let me die in peace already because I can't, because I'm immortal essentially. And his whole thing is like, you know, Weapon X, like they made me a weapon. They turned me into a killing machine, like a weapon and an animal and shit. Shout out to the new Wolverine coming out. The new Wolverine game's coming out by Insomniac. We'll see if they don't fuck it up or not. We'll see what happens with that. Because as a huge Wolverine fan, you know, I'm hoping they don't make it into some kind of like, you know, they turn him into like a trans... You know, halfway through the game you play as him and he's like trans and he's, you know, they race swap him or some shit. So hopefully they don't do that to him. But hopefully it's Wolverine to the core. So that would be great. The trailer looks promising, you know, it's very gory, chopping people in half, like fucking decapitations and fucking body dismemberment. So I mean, it is Wolverine. He is at his savage self, but we'll see if Insomniac can keep that. And they don't do a bait and switch, because video game trailers have never really been, you know, the go-to source for to get like a reader on a game, to get like a statistic, you know. I don't know, it's fucking 7 o'clock, I'm finding a hard way to talk, I can barely fucking speak, me and Mike aren't even, we're not even in it really, we're kind of like still half asleep. But it's kind of hard for me to get a read on this Wolverine game when all we have is a fucking trailer. You know, we're gonna get a lot of characters from the comics, we're gonna get Omega Red, we're gonna get Mystique. And people are like, yo, it's woke because leaks are saying you play as Jean Grey. I mean, I don't know why Jean Grey would be in it and not the rest of the X-Men. That's kind of fucking dumb. I don't know, dude. But, like, because they're saying you play as Jean Grey, which is fucking stupid, but whatever. We'll see if that happens or not. It's a Wolverine game. It should be Wolverine-centric. If anything, you should be able to play as Mystique, because Mystique's in it. You know, hopefully Sabretooth's in it. But yeah, Omega Red's in it, Mystique's in it. So we'll see who else is in it. We'll see if any of the other costumes are in it, like Patch, X-Men Apocalypse, Wolverine. We'll see if any of the like the different costumes make it in. The classic brown one, the yeah, the yellow and blue one. I don't know how I feel about the costume either. It looks alright. It's kind of like the Deadpool and Wolverine, but maybe that costume will be in it as well.
Huh. At least I know a good spot for beach volleyball next week.
I don't know if Deadpool will be in the game, but I don't really care, because that's the thing. I've never cared for Deadpool as a character. He's kind of like, yeah, he's really not. I don't know, he's not that deep, he's not that complex, he's just guy with big mouth, breaks fourth wall. And he's also like indestructible, like you can't kill him. Yeah, Logan, buddy! I shot you. He's in this game, by the way. He's got his own bonus levels and everything, so you can play as him.
Good luck getting past this.
There's something you don't see every day. A large building I don't own.
Yeah, we can't access that yet.
Wait, that's the Rhino dude.
Who's Sandman? So much for your game, Super Zeros. Yeah, take that. Take your fucking sandcastle and shove it up your ass. There he is, the goat.
Guess I'll just have to fight my way through it.
I can't even afford my rent. Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
When did this come out?
2013, this game came out.
Spider-Man.
This is when Lego kind of died after this. Like, once this game came out, Lego just fucking tanked. The game started to become shit. Because then they just started doing, like, stupid-ass IPs and shit.
I got the Lego.
Yeah, we could do that. We'll do that much later on, though. This game is fucking peak, though. This is one of my favorite This is one of my favorite... I almost said Lego Marvel... Well, it is my favorite Lego Marvel game, but it is one of my favorite Lego games, period. Yeah, let me... Oh, I could just switch to him. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna fucking Hulk smash! Alright, so yeah, Wolverine's number 4. And then number 3 would probably be Spider-Man. Mainly because I grew up with Spider-Man. Spider-Man was a huge impact.
What is it?
Well, no, actually it wouldn't be Spider-Man, it would be Daredevil is number 3. Yeah, Daredevil's number 3 because Daredevil's I love the Netflix show. And basically every Daredevil comic is fucking chef's kiss. I don't think there's a single Daredevil comic that's terrible, other than the early, like, pre-Frank Miller days. And, you know, a lot of people are like, they watch this channel, they're like, Nick, I thought you hated Frank Miller. I don't like Frank Miller's Batman stuff. I don't like Frank Miller when he's at DC. When he's at Marvel, he's fucking phenomenal. He does great Wolverine. Great Daredevil. His Daredevil is probably my favorite thing from him. The only good Batman story that Frank Miller did, in my honest opinion, is Year One, because I don't really care for Dark Knight Returns. It's kind of dumb. It's kind of stupid. Everybody dick rides that comic. And it's really not that great. It's kind of fucking stupid, to be honest, and everything else Batman from him is dumb. His All-Star Batman run is dumb. His Dark Knight Strikes Again is dumb. Basically everything Batman that isn't Year One from him is kind of stupid. Yeah, no, I get it. I get around to it. But other than that, everything DC Frank Miller is kind of like Alan Moore. The only Alan Moore graphic novel that I really like is Watchmen. Other than that, everything else is kind of from Alan Moore. I don't really care for The Killing Joke. I don't really care for... I'm not really a big graphic novel guy. Like, a lot of people, like, they're like, here are my top 10, or they'll go top 5 DC comics, and then they'll, like, name graphic novels. None of them are comics. None of them are actual runs of comics. There's a difference between comic book runs and graphic novels. A lot of people don't even realize that. Like, people who claim to be hardcore comic book fans, and they're like, here's my top 10 comic books, and then they just rank just graphic novels. It's like, that's not a comic book, it's a graphic novel. So, but yeah, like my favorite Frank Miller stuff is mainly when he's at Marvel, particularly when he's working on Daredevil, and then, of course, you've got his Wolverine stuff, and like I said, Batman Year One's probably the only good DC thing from him. Other than that, look, this is just my opinion. This is not, you know, I'm not saying it's that or go fuck yourself, but that's my opinion. That's my take on Frank Miller. I don't hate his guts. I don't got nothing against him. There's certain things that I like from his writing when he's working for particular companies, and a lot of people are like, dude, but I thought you were more of a DC guy. I thought you grew up with DC. No, not really. I hate to say this, but for years I've been hiding this, but I'm a closeted Marvel fan. I don't know if people know that. Like, I I grew up with Marvel, actually. Majority of the comics I own are Marvel. Majority of the characters I love are Marvel. Marvel has better characters. It's set in the real world. It's set in New York City. And anybody who knows this fucking channel, you know, they know my connection with New York. You know what I'm saying? So,
This guy's attacks are so fast. Talk about the quicksand. I've definitely got a
there's a
sinking
lot
feeling
that
right
connects
now.
me to Marvel. I grew up with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. I had pretty much a lot of the merchandise from those movies. You know, a lot of the toys I had were Marvel. The superhero squad. Like, the only DC toys I have are like Batman the Animated Series action figures. That's it. I'm not really a big DC guy. I've claimed to be a big DC guy for all these years, but I'm really not, because majority of my childhood was Marvel. The only thing DC that I grew up with was the DC animated universe. That's it. Like the Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, Justice League. That's it. Like the Lego Batman game, the video game, the first one. Like, other than that, I didn't really fucking grow up with Marvel, to be honest. I mean, I didn't grow up with DC. I grew up with primarily Marvel. The only DC comics I own are Batman. That's it. I don't own any other comic book character in my library of comics. It's mainly 80s and 90s Batman comics that I own, because that's my favorite era of Batman. Is the what is it, the Copper Age? Yeah. But the only the only DC comics I own that's Batman. Everything else is Marvel for me. And like I said, Marvel has better characters. DC's got like one good character. For me, it's Batman. Other than that, you know, I don't really give a shit about, you know, I don't really care for Superman and everything like that. Because, like, Marvel had my favorite superhero team as well. It has X-Men. It's my favorite superhero team of all time is the X-Men. And then second to that is Fantastic Four. I like Fantastic Four. And, not a big Avengers guy. The only character I like from the Avengers is primarily just Hulk. Which, wrapping back around to that, I would say Hulk is probably... I don't know, I think Hulk's probably my favorite Marvel character of them all. He's probably... Because Hulk is strongest one there is. Just cramming Abomination into the...
Make sure it gets to the Fantastic Four's lab for analysis.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a hybrid between the MCU and, like, comics, but it's mainly the comics.
Hulk, can you help with some of this?
Why is Coulson in this game, though? That's like an MCU-esque character. Why is he even in this? Oh, wait. That's right. Because Avengers just came out a year prior to this. That's why.
They came from the Sky Surfer you encountered. I've given Reed
Yeah, the MCU started popping off a year before this game came out, and then that's why this game has a lot of MCU-esque.
Like I have time for that. I've got a trigonometry exam tomorrow. My aunt needs me to pick up a dozen eggs, and I'm drowning in eggs.
So, who's behind all this? What exactly are they up
That's
to?
why
And will it
Iron Man
take
looks
them
like fucking Robert Downey Jr.
I don't know. I'll
Robert
wait
Downey
till you-
Jr.
Yeah. Tony, get back to
So-
the clock tower and try to get me some answers.
An Abomination looks like the one from the Incredible Hulk. It's because, like, it's kind of... MCU was kind of popular around this time. We got, like, 35 minutes if you want to do another level.
Shield.
But,
Shield.
yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D. was... Yeah, I mean... But Coulson, he's not really a big character in the comics. He was mainly made more popular from the movies and stuff like that. But, next level. We'll do the next level. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do next level. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm mainly, I've been hiding from you guys for years that I'm like mainly more of a Marvel guy, and I'm not talking like I'm not really a fan of the MCU. I could give two shits about those movies. Those movies are fucking ass, to be honest. Other than like the first Avengers, they're all kind of just fucking dumb. They're all kind of like the same comedy slop shit. So I mean, and people who see those movies, those are people who claim to have read the comics, and they claim to be fans of the comics, but they've never fucking touched a comic book. Like, they'll go and they'll see the movie and they'll go, just like the comics! But, like, they've never fucking picked up a comic book. When the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies were going on, my grandfather used to go to comic book stores and, like, pick up, like, issues. I have, like, Todd McFarlane comics from the 90s. Like, the Torment saga. Nobody even knows what the fuck that is because they've never read comics. The Torment saga is like a saga where Spider-Man is literally pushed to his limits. And it's drawn by Todd McFarlane. It's got some it's got some paranormal-esque shit in it. It's got some it's interesting. But yeah, I've got, you know, a lot of comics that, like,
Destroy them, my Octobot!
you know, you open them, you take them out of the thing, and they smell like a fucking comic book store. Who do you want to play as? You want to play as Cap or Fantastic?
Give it up, Octavius. It won't be a stretch.
Yeah, you're right. Mr. Fantastic's better. I don't got nothing against Captain America, but he's kind of mid in this game. Kind of plays like shit. But yeah. So I don't know. So if we're getting in the top 3 Marvel characters, it's Spider-Man, Hulk, and Daredevil, probably. Because Punisher and Wolverine are cool, but they're kind of like one note. Whereas like Spider-Man, Hulk, and Daredevil are like so complex, and they're written so good. Well, except for modern Spider-Man. Modern Spider-Man comics are shit, but like, the characters of Spider-Man and Hulk and Daredevil are fucking written in comics so well that it's just, it's not even. Whereas like Punisher, they kind of like, there's only like some times where they write Punisher real good, and that's like the Max series and you know, the Garth Ennis stuff and some of the stuff from the 80s. But like, other than that, Punisher's kind of, some of his stuff that they write him in, it's kind of, you know, they haven't really, his comics aren't really that great anymore. But especially with the whole, you know, Marvel, and like, you got all these fucking writers that, you know, they're clearly Democrats and, you know, liberals and shit like this, so they think that the Punisher Skull's racist and all this shit, when it's not. He's not a fucking Nazi, he's not a KKK, he's not, literally just a fucking Italian war vet who's got PTSD, so he, and you know, oh, he kills black people, he's racist. No, he doesn't. He kills everybody. He doesn't discriminate. You commit a crime, he's so fucked up in the head, he'll just kill anybody who's fucking anything. If you're a piece of shit, chances are race has nothing to do with it. Like, that's, I hate when people think Frank Castle's character, he's racist, he's this, he's that. I gotta defend him because he's not. He's a look, he's not that complex, he's not that deep, but he's fucked up. Like, a lot of people don't realize that. He's really fucking, like, if you read his comics, he's like really messed up in the head. Like, he even says, like, he's like, I think it's the Max series with Kingpin by Jason Aaron and Steve Dillon. He's like, the whole reason why, like, there's like this whole monologue where he's like talking to himself in his head, and he's like, I gotta be honest with you, I tried to live a normal life, I tried to work a 9 to 5, like, he's working at a meat factory and shit when he comes back from the war, and like he's trying to acclimate, like him and his wife are having sex, and he's just lifeless, and he's just staring off into the void.
Oh, you do that block. Fire.
There. But he's just he's working a 9 to 5. He's working at a meat factory, and he literally just like he's getting like these temptations. And then by the end of the story, by the end of the issue, he literally just goes back to his like self. He goes back to his normal self, and he's like, "This is where I feel at home," and that's killing. So he's like a fucked up character. Like I would say he's more fucked up than Dexter. He's really messed up. Like really messed up. Like war. He enjoys it. He even says it in the Max series. Like he enjoys it. Like there's nothing sane about his character. He's just pure insanity. Like he's lost his shit, and he even says, you know, like there isn't a day that goes by where I don't yeah, I think you have to go through this thing, or no, maybe not. But he's like, there isn't a day that goes by where I don't wish that I got to go with my family when my family was taken with me. Like he wanted to die that day. But he's like, I was left here because I think God wanted to punish me or some shit like that. Or he's like, my family didn't deserve me because when his family was around, he wasn't really all there. And he kind of took his family for granted. And then when they were killed, it was kind of just like he was kind of just left to suffer.
An elevator. Is this the
Because
quickest way to the
he's,
roof?
you know, it's kind of like Wolverine. He's like kind of just wants to die.
Faster than the stairs for sure. Let's go.
But I don't know. He's pretty messed up as a character. He's pretty fucked up. But he's not deep. Sometimes people write him as one note. They'll write him as, oh, I just want to, you know, just want to kill. Because I said, like, if you don't get a writer that doesn't understand the character and they don't try to write him well, they will fuck him up. Like, they will do him horribly wrong. They will butcher him. They'll mark him as like a racist or a fucking neo-Nazi or some shit, or you know, they'll say he's like, he's a dumb character and shit. And that's mainly because people don't know how to write him. Certain writers don't know how to write him. So you only have a few Punisher comics that are like really deep and like very like that really explore why Frank is the way he is. And same thing with Wolverine. You know, people just like, ah, Wolverine's just an animal, he's just a savage and this and that. He's not really written well. Sometimes he is, sometimes he's not. It's only a few good like writers who really understand the character of Wolverine. But I would say, look, top 5, it's Punisher, Wolverine, Hulk, Spider-Man, Daredevil. Those are my top 5. Do I need a particular order for any of them? Not really, but top 3, I don't know. Top 3 is like the ones I mainly grew up with, were that like the movies were going on. The, you know, it was basically Spider-Man, Daredevil, and Hulk. Where? No, I think you gotta build that switch thing. Here's Herbie right here. Herbie! This character was introduced in the 80s during the John Byrne era, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was. You can probably fact check me on that. You can look up on Marvelpedia or some shit.
How you feel about the TV?
Which Punisher series? Are you talking about the one that was on Netflix? That one's really not the Punisher. I would say Punisher in the Daredevil Netflix series is more like the Punisher than the one in than his own Netflix series. Because they fucked up Jigsaw in that series. Like, they didn't really make Billy Russo look like Jigsaw. They gave him like a couple like cuts on his face. That's it. Jigsaw's whole face is disfigured. His face looks worse than Two-Face. But yeah, I didn't really care for the Punisher Netflix series. It's kind of like that's really not the Punisher, and his character's out of character. Like there's times where there's scenes where there's moments in that show where you're like he's supposed to kill that person and he doesn't do it. Like his character in that show is more like Wolverine than he is Punisher, where he just wants to be left alone, and that's more of Wolverine's thing. I don't know, the movies, they don't really nail him either. Like, Warzone is Warzone is kind of comic book accurate, but... And I'd say Ray Stevenson is probably the one who looks the most like the Punisher out of all the actors who have played the Punisher, because Punisher is like 6 foot, slick back hair, fucking tank. The guy's a fucking tank, and Ray Stevenson looked like that. The one from Punisher Warzone, rest in peace, Ray Stevenson. But like Thomas Jane didn't really look like him. John Bernthal, they really never have nailed the Punisher in live action, really, to be honest. Like they've never casted an actual brick shit house Italian. That's the thing, Hollywood will never cast Italians. They only cast us when they need us for like mob movies and shit. So, which is racist, but you know, Marvel wants to talk about, oh, the Punisher is racist. Yeah, well, Hollywood's racist for not casting an actual Italian to play him. So, for not casting,
Bro, they can't even get Spider-Man.
Accurate character. Yeah, they can't even cast Spider-Man, right? You can't even cast a fucking guy from Queens. We gotta have a British guy play fucking Spider-Man. So, I think the only fucking semi-comic accurate one is the Toby one. That's pretty much it. It's because like Toby was American. Andrew Garfield's not American. Tom Holland's not American.
Bro, Andrew's also
Wherever he
Yeah.
goes, we follow.
He's like, fucking, I'm Andrew.
I'm Spider-Man. You don't get my ass kicked, hope. Doc Ock's kicking my ass. Doc Ock's kicking my ass. Spider-Man.
Another actor that should bring back the one from 2004.
But yeah, I don't know, man.
What's his name?
Yeah, you gonna let me play a stretch or what? Tired of playing as Captain America. Let me play as Captain Italian. Captain Italiano. Captain Americano. Stretch. No, I don't know. Fucking, I don't really care what ethnicity Mr. Fantastic is. He's got cool powers.
Don't think you'll be following me across here, hero.
He does have a fucking mustache.
But yeah, that's another thing too. Like a lot of the Mr. Fantastic, I think Mr. Fantastic. You know, I don't think Pedro Pascal should have played him. I think they should have casted someone who looked like him.
Even the dude from The Office.
Yeah, John Krasinski looked more like him than.
You know what it is, though. He was in Mandalorian. Now he's got a big ass.
Yeah, that's the thing. Hollywood just loves Pedro because Pedro. That's because Pedro. You know, he follows the agenda and he pushes the agenda. That's all that matters. If you push an agenda, you'll get as many roles as you want. Like if I were to go into Hollywood tomorrow and say I'm a soy boy and all this shit, and I'm a, you know, I'm voted, you know, I'm registered Democrat to vote, and you know, I believe, you know, and I just pushed all these, you know, like all these different things and all these like, you know, Yeah, I'd get rolls too. I think you're supposed to hit that with the shield.
Didn't have a thing.
So you gotta succumb to the agenda. That's the thing. Use that. Use your shield for that. Press circle. You gotta press circle. But like if you succumb to the agenda and you push the agenda as well, you'll get rolls.
Oh, you could have pulled that.
No, you gotta jump up that thing like an acrobat. Just keep jumping. I don't blame you. I'm half asleep still too. So. But if you succumb to the agenda, yeah, you'll get rolls. And that's Pedro's whole thing. Is like he doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut. He likes to fucking. A lot of actors nowadays, they don't just act. They want to talk about their political views, religious views. You know, I believe this. I believe that. Shut the fuck up and act. You know what I mean? So. But yeah, you know, I mean, top 5 Marvel characters anyways. Punisher, Wolverine, Hulk, Spider-Man, Daredevil. Like, there's not really a bad Daredevil comic. You can read pretty much any run, and it's good. Same thing with Spider-Man somewhat. Like, I would stop reading Spider-Man after the J. Michael Straczynski. It's kind of a hard name to say. But the JMS run, after that, you can stop. Modern Spider-Man is shit. I would read from... For Spider-Man, I would read from the 60s, which is when he was created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, to the JMS run, which is J. Michael Straczynski. After that, stop reading Spider-Man, because modern Spider-Man is dog shit.
Careful, Dr. Richards. It's a long way down.
Aside from like spin-off Elseworlds type stories, like Ultimate Universes and stuff, like the Ultimate Universe, I would not read any modern Spider-Man. The only modern Spider-Man I've liked is like I said, the ones that aren't the mainline Spider-Man. Yo, the Daily Bugle. Holy shit. Yo, I have the Lego set of that. I have like the fucking UCS Lego set of this thing. Fucking classic. But fucking class. Yeah, I would if you're gonna like, if you want to read Spider-Man, I would read from the 60s, which is when he started, all the way to J. Michael Straczynski. And then if you want to read like really good Marvel Spider-Man stuff, Renew Your Vows. And the one, the fuck is the other one? The one where Mary Jane gets powers and she's Spinrette. That's pretty fucking good, where it's literally Spider-Man and MJ, they're married. They both have powers. They're like a spider family. They have a daughter. It's fucking awesome. And that's not even the mainline Spider-Man. Like, that's not even the main comic book Spider-Man run. That's like some offshoot spin-off book that they decided to do. Other than that, I wouldn't read modern Spider-Man. I only read modern Spider-Man stories, like the Ultimate ones, like Elseworld stuff, that are like in a different Spider-Verse. What are you doing, Stretch? What's going on here? You're supposed to go on top of the thing and pull the thing. Doc Octopus. Dr. Octopus.
Pull that thing. Grab it.
Here you go, have a bunch of shrapnel. You got 16 minutes left, 15 minutes left. We gotta finish this. Running out of time here.
What are you doing? No!
Wait! Spider-Man! Yo, Daily Bugle, yo, I have the set.
I want some play for bugle stories on the next thing or interface.
Do your job,
sir.
Parker.
That's
You're fired!
You understand the web,
Pay for what? Standing there?
Yeah, it's a job and a hobby.
Get out. You're fired. Shut up. Get out.
Yo, where is everybody? Where's Robbie?
Yeah, where the fuck's Robbie at? Where's Robbie Rottenson? Where's all those characters? Robbie Robinson?
Now there. Ooh, have I been over there?
Where's Betty Brant?
Your cheap health plan doesn't cover office visits.
What? I don't have healthcare. We don't give out healthcare. You're fired.
Guy named Otto Octavius winds up with it.
It's kind of like the Lego set I have, like the UCS one.
You could record it
That's
with your
expiring this year.
smartphone,
That's
AJ.
actually, they're retiring that set after 5 years. They're finally retiring the Collector's Series Daily Bugle set. It's an awesome set. Oh, shit.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, I'm back. But yeah, Spider-Man.
You're never gonna catch
If
me.
you're reading
You're
Spider-Man,
wasting your time.
I would just stop at the 90s and then read all the like spin-off books that take place. Dude, we're running out of time actually. We only have 14 minutes. We need to get this shit done.
I don't think it's gonna be. It's like a whole nother.
Good thing you happen to be close by, Spider-Man. Doc Ock's stolen some important...
But yeah, I would read the 60s
He's real grabby like that.
to about like the 90s. And then if you're gonna read modern shit, J. Michael Straczynski, and then
Spider sense. What is it?
and then the like the spin-off stuff, like the Ultimate Universe, like Ultimate Spider-Man, which is what the game is based off of for PS2. But just letting you know, just the spoilers. Well, I'm not gonna spoil what happens to him in that, but he's not the mainline Spider-Man in that series. That's when they started to do Miles Morales as a character, and they want voice is taking a shit, and they wanted to incorporate a new Spider-Man, which I don't have a problem with, but it started out as Peter in the Ultimate Spider-Man comics, and then they kind of just did a whole different thing with the Ultimate Universe. But my favorite out of modern Spider-Man comics is, like I said, the Renew Your Vows stuff, where it's him and MJ are married, they got a daughter, and they're like a whole Spider family. Like they all have powers, they all have costumes, and like it's literally Pete and MJ barely able to afford rent, with a like a daughter that's like in her teenage years. You know, and she's Pete and MJ mixed together. It's fucking awesome. So I like my Spider-Man. See, that's the thing too, is like I grew up with Spider-Man as a kid. I grew up with the Sam Raimi stuff. I grew up with the cartoons, the 90s series. You know, I grew up with, you know, just about all the comics, because I was born in 1999, so any of the Spider-Man stuff I read was pre-modern. I didn't read any of the modern stuff because it hadn't come out yet. The early 2000s Spider-Man comics hadn't come out yet, but a lot of them were shit at that time. So I'd read a lot of the 80s, the 90s, you know, the Roger Stern era, the fucking...
Now within my reach. Time to step on the spider.
Oh, such cruelty. You couldn't
Basically,
wrap me
when
in a paper
Peter and
towel and
MJ
toss me out the
were
window?
together and
What happened?
an actual couple, I think they might be at home, actually. Where's Deadpool? Oh, in the helicopter? Up there?
He seems
Yeah, that's
over-the-top
hilarious.
angry. Any advice?
Logan, buddy!
Doc Ock.
I shot you. Yeah, the only Deadpool to me is Nolan North. Fuck Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is... he's fucking shit as Deadpool. I fucking like Nolan North better.
Trap his arm in the ground. Let's attack.
Nolan North's a way better Deadpool. Because, like, Nolan North is, like, fast and quippy, which is what Deadpool is, whereas, like, Ryan Reynolds just looks at the screen and he's like, oh, hello there! Like, that's not Deadpool. Where he makes his little fucking, you know... This is what Lip Bizkit did to the 90s! Like, dude, shut the fuck up. That's not Deadpool. Fucking dumb. Where he like just all he does is make like gay jokes and shit, where he's like, I'm soaking wet right now. That's not Deadpool.
No, not again. My arm.
Bro, they might be home already. Spider-Man. Dr. Octopus. Fuck you, Octopus. But yeah, there's just about every Daredevil run's pretty good. Hulk is written pretty good sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes people just write, like, especially in the beginning, they wrote Hulk like shit. Like, they just made him like Frankenstein's monster and shit. Well, yeah, but they wrote him like shit in the beginning. Sometimes, that's the thing, I don't like when they write him as like a big dumb green guy. Like, he can be the Green Hulk and still be like smart, but pissed. Cause like, there is times where Hulk is green and he can talk like full sentences, but still be like a savage and shit. Yeah, I'm not talking, I don't even want to talk about Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, don't even get me fucking started on that. Dude, I don't even want to hear about the MCU. Yo, Green Goblin? Spider-Man! Oscorp, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna end it here. Maybe we'll do another episode. Peace out, take it easy, have a good one, stay healthy, stay happy, stay sane. I will go back to doing Metal Gear Solid right now. What I'm doing is we're uploading episodes of games that we can do in short bursts and get done in that sense. And then streams are going to be left for like long games. So I'll stream long games, so we will still stream Snake Eater eventually. I'll go back to it. But right now, I don't have the time for it. I don't have unlimited time to stream it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna upload episodes and pre-recorded videos and short stuff that we can get out of the way. But I will go back to doing Snake Eater when I have the time to stream. Right now I don't have time to stream. I only have time to do short uploads. So yeah, stay healthy, stay happy, stay sane. I haven't been saying that a lot lately. I've kind of just been in a hellhole. And me and Mike have been going through a lot of shit in personal life, so I haven't really been in that mindset. Yeah, I love you guys. All you guys who subscribe, stay subscribed. Thank you for, you know, sticking around. Stick around. You know, but thank you for actually, like, not going anywhere. And, like, actually, like, sticking with the channel and, like, understanding what's going on in my life, even though I haven't been very upfront about that, and I may not be for a while. Very difficult thing we're going through right now, but you know, I'm still not gonna let it affect the channel and everything like that. But I'll try to do what I can for you guys. I'll try to be here as much as I can. But like I said, streaming's probably gonna be, I don't think when's the last time I streamed? Like a month ago. Streams are probably going to be like every fucking 2 months or whatever. I don't know. We'll see if I have time. But we can still do this kind of stuff. So, yeah, peace out. See you in the next episode. I love you guys. Take it easy. Have a good one. Sayonara.